here to the frame, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws, right? Okay, and then from there you go your reflectors right here, right? So make sure they're properly secured, make sure clean, clear, not cracked, not missing, not supposed screws, and the red color because they're on the back. Okay, all they are just reflectors. Then you got your turn signals and brake lights, right? So that's my left side, and that's my right side. Make sure it's properly secured, make sure it's clean, clear, not cracked, make sure it's not missing, not supposed screws. They're red in color because they're on the back. They also serve as my four-way flash, my turn signal, running light, and my brake light. Okay, and then you have your reverse lights right here. Make sure they're properly secured. Make sure they're clean, clear, not cracked, not missing, not supposed screws, and they're clear in color because they're actually my reverse lights. And then from there, you do your splash guard right here. You're going to make sure it's properly secured to the frame, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws, and at least 8 inches off the ground right there, right? Then you have your shock absorber right here. Make sure it's properly secured to the frame, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws, and not leaking. Yes, it's right here. Then you have your airbag right here. You want to make sure it's properly secured to the frame. Make sure it's not cut, frayed, or bulging, not missing, not supposed screws, and make sure it's not leaking. And then from there, you go over here to your leaf spring mount right here. You want to make sure it's properly secured to the frame, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws. Then you have your leaf spring right here. You want to make sure it's properly secured, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws, okay, and no missing or damaged bushings. Then right here, here's your torque arm right here. You want to make sure it's properly secured.
Where is it?
Right here. Here's your torque arm right here. Right. Make sure it's properly secured, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws. Okay. And then right here, here's your U-bolts right here. Okay. You want to make sure those are properly secured, not bent, cracked, or broken.
He's
okay.
right here, right?
Yeah, it actually look like a U.
Mm-hmm. Yep, right there, right here. U-bolts, right there. Okay. And then, of course, then we go to our brake hoses, which are right here. Let me go here so I can show you better. Okay. So our brake hoses are connected to our brake chamber. See them right there? Okay. You want to make sure those are properly secured. No, a little bit more over here to your right.
I can't see.
Make sure they're properly secured, not cut, frayed, or bulging, not missing, not supposed screws, and make sure they're not leaking. Then right there is your brake chamber, that big chamber-looking thing right there, right? That's your brake chamber. Make sure it's properly secured, not bent, cracked, or broken, not
This right
missing,
there,
not supposed
right?
screws, and make sure it's not leaking.
That's
The brake chambers to the
Could that be the brake chamber?
Yeah, that's a brake chamber. It's two of them.
right there. Right there.
Okay. So, like I said, because we're doing this half axle right here, so there's a brake chamber right here, right? Here's your push rod right here. Okay, you want to make sure it's properly secured, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws. Okay, and make sure the cotter pin's in place, and make sure there's no more than 1 inch of play. And then right here, here's your slack adjuster right here. You want to make sure it's properly secured, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws, and make sure the cotter pin's in place. And then we'll go over here to our brake drum.
Yeah, let me get out of here, Wes.
Right here. Here's our brake drum right here. Right here. Right? So make sure it's properly secured, not bent, cracked, or broken, no holes, no dents, and no illegal welds. Then right here, here's your brake lining right here. Right there. This right here. Right? Right here. Two as well, right here. Okay? Make sure it's not dangerously worn thin. Okay? And then from there, we'd go to our butt spacing right here. Right? You want to make sure there's no foreign objects and make sure it's centered. Okay? And then your butt spacing right here. This is your butt spacing. So make sure there's no foreign objects in between here and make sure they're centered. Okay? Then you have your tire right here, right? You want to make sure ICD, right? Inflation, condition, and depth. Okay, your inflation is 90 to 105. The condition, make sure it's not cut, frayed, or bulging. Make sure there's nothing inside the tire that would cause it flat. The depth of the tire is 230 seconds, and it can be recapped because it's on the back. Okay, and then we do our rim. Make sure it's not bent, cracked, or broken, and no illegal welds. Then we have our hub oil seal. Make sure it's properly secured, not bent, cracked, or broken, not missing, not supposed screws, and make sure it's not leaking. Then we have our lug nuts right here. Make sure there's no rust trails or metal shavings, which will indicate a loose lug nut.
What do you say that said?
Right here. Lug nuts right here. Yeah, no rust trails and no metal shavings, which will indicate a loose lug nut. And that's pretty much it until you go over here, right? And then you do your flipping, right? And that's when normally the trailer stuff does.
Yeah. Yeah, service line, emergency line.